Welcome to
I
the
think
F1 Chat Pod.
I think
I'm
that's
David.
your charm.
Talking too much and not having strong opinions to back it up, or having strong opinions and not having fact to back it up.
I mean, that was a show idea of ours.
Yeah, it's true.
Strong
And
opinions about things that don't matter.
maybe perhaps this is the show too. Like we can have that
Yes.
in the show.
I think it's all of our shows.
I think it's most of humanity.
That's true. Yeah.
Everyone's got a strong opinion. The condo bailout or whatever they're calling it out here in BC, there's a lot of people upset.
What's that?
Carney and EB, $3 billion bailout for all the 4,000 empty condos here.
Why do we always bail out the developer
I'm not sure.
or the bank?
However, I don't. I mean, well, the system's rigged for them, really. I guess, especially
And
the
do we
banks.
always do that? I mean, I just said two things that have happened. One was Barack in when was that? 2007?
8.
8? And then
I lost $25,000.
in what?
I had money in the stock market and I lost it.
Oh, in 2008.
Mm.
Yeah, so that all the banks got. It's weird. In a crisis, suddenly everybody turns into a socialist.
I know, right?
Hey, we're hurting over here. Yeah, well, you were building too many condos.
We built some shoe boxes.
Built some shoe boxes. And wasn't there a condo thing 20 years earlier in Vancouver because everybody was using California stucco and then they had to redo all the envelopes because everything was rotting?
Yeah. I mean, here's one argument you could say about it. To build that many units would take 5 years or something, and it's going to cost more money. So maybe there's some logic behind just buying what's there.
Did they get a deal?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to be paying. I mean, all these condos are like $1 million. So now you're going to buy $1 million, make them affordable housing. It's like, this is the F1 Chat Pod and we're talking about economics, but the reality is workers don't get paid enough. Regular jobs don't pay enough. The pensions aren't big enough. The support isn't big enough. So then people got into real estate as a way to potentially make money because real estate got turned into equity. And then you had everyone flipping houses, and this became a way that a middle-class person could really, double, triple their wealth because their wages weren't keeping up with inflation.
Right.
And pensions were getting smaller. So that of course clearly makes it for me, it makes it a clear path forward. Well, I guess I got to buy a house and buy another house and flip it and rent it, do whatever in order to make it, to keep up with inflation, to have a regular life. So that's the problem you got to fix, not buy these condos from these people.
Amen, sister. People decry the Airbnb-ization of our neighborhoods, but it's because it's so hard to make a buck that you need your home to also earn for you, because I can't afford to own my own home anymore. Or maybe I could afford that, or I could afford to buy an income property, not both. So which am I going to do? Obviously, I'm going to buy an income property, right? Except for maybe if I'm going to sell my home, then there's tax advantages there. But why would I buy a home if I was just going to sell it in the first place? So I'm just going to have other people pay for my mortgage.
Your home, everyone should. I'm not saying someone shouldn't have an investment property, but we should just take a look at who is it. Like if it's, you look at a regular family, they have a home, they need a 2-3 bedroom home to have kids. That's standard. They should get a tax break for that. They need a home. And then if they buy a second place, a condo in another market or whatever, I think that's fine. Let them have another condo. The moment you have a third, the moment you have a fourth, then we got to start figuring out how to manage that. I think, I like, because it's like, I mean, I bought in Pemberton because I can't buy in Vancouver. It didn't make sense for me to buy in Vancouver and live in it because I couldn't afford it.
Certainly not at the rent you're paying at Wolf Manor. How much are you paying now?
2,200. We're lucky, very, very lucky.
Wow. For a 3-bedroom.
Yeah, but we've been here forever, right? So we got in,
How
we
long
were
have you
like,
been there for?
I think it's 15 years now.
Wow. And you can't ever let that go.
If we lose this, we probably don't live in Vancouver.
Yeah. Would you move up to Pemberton?
I'd probably figure out Squamish, but then Squamish is as expensive as Pemberton.
It is. Squamish is more expensive than Pemberton, isn't it?
This is, I don't know.
It's
I
closer
think
to
it's kind of the
Vancouver.
same. I think it's
Oh,
the same. Like, you know, but this is the thing about Canada now. It's like, if let's say you move to the island, yes, things are a little bit cheaper, but not much. And then what's the job that, you know,
yeah.
they've messed it up, guys. They messed it up. If you make over 10 million a year, you should be taxed at a way higher tax rate. And if you make $1 billion a year, you should be 85% of your wealth is taxed. We're just taking it. It's time. And the banks,
Yeah.
RBC makes $13 billion a quarter or something. You know what? You're not allowed. That's it. If you make more than $1 billion, we're taxing you. We're taking the money and putting it. That's how an
Yeah.
economy works. The money doesn't just keep going to a few people.
Yeah.
Money
That's
has
right.
to be spread. That's how it works. It's like jam on toast.
Speaking of jam and Squamish, how was I listened to a bit of the Black Seeds. They're kind of like a reggae funky jam band. How was
Yeah,
that
they're
last
great.
night?
Well,
You bought a
when you go,
t-shirt.
I bought 2 and a hat.
Okay.
Now,
Clearly you're really good at saving money.
no good at saving money, but I am good at I am following through on what I believe, which is art's not going to happen on its own. This is how they make the most money.
Mm-hmm.
So you buy the merch. You buy the merch, especially
Buy
for
the merch.
bands that are of this level, like the Black Seeds. I got to hang out with them after the show.
How?
I went. Tricksters is a tiny, awesome. It's called Tricksters Hideout. Awesome venue in Squamish. We just did a show there 4 days earlier.
No
So I was
way.
like, I can't believe I promoted them. I'm like, everyone that's at my show, I said, you guys got to go see the Black Seeds. You're so lucky. They're huge in New Zealand and Australia. They're massive. They're amazing.
Really?
And so I drove up after I watched the Canada game and ran around like an idiot with Denise and Michael promoting the comedy department in tight leotards. And it's pretty silly. But anyway, got up there, met Barney, saw my old Black Seed shirt. He goes, hey. And Barney's the lead singer, band leader.
Mm.
So we chatted. And then they played. And then afterwards, I talked to them a bit and got another shirt signed and got
No
their set
way.
list here.
No way.
Yeah. And now I'm going to see them on Friday down at the rickshaw because he's put me on the guest list.
Oh, they're coming to Vancouver too.
Yeah.
Great.
It's so nice when they came over, they're picking up their own cables. They're clean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Well,
they're
how
coming
many came over?
well, they're a big band. There was like
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And their
Well,
sound got 9.
that's terrible economics. They're about as good with money as you are.
Yeah, they got a big band, but boy, do they sound good.
You know, I saw the hidden cameras about a month ago at the Great Hall here in Toronto, and it was just him, I think.
Yeah.
You know, it's one guy from Mississauga who now lives in Berlin. But the hidden cameras in their first iteration in the aughts, they were like a super collective, one of those Toronto big bands, like more people on stage than there were in the crowd sometimes,
Right. Yeah.
with multiple, like a string section and a brass section, and
Wow.
it like so much like a wall of sound coming at you. And it was so cool. It was just him this time and a drum track. And I don't think he had practiced too much because he was having a hard time keeping up with the anyways, it sounded great, but I was really missing a band.
Yeah, this is the pandemic that we're in. Bands are hard to have, so you have a lot of solo artists playing
Yeah,
to
he can't
drum
afford.
machines.
I get it. He can't afford to bring people over from Berlin. Can't afford to
How
pay
much?
people from Mississauga.
Well, we can thank, and I can't remember the gentleman's name, but the guy who runs the ska festival out of Victoria, he was the promoter. He brought them over, and figured out how to get them over here. I don't know, if they're gonna. I don't know how profitable it is for any of them.
No, but at least they're doing it. Like,
Yeah.
even if they break even, you get a trip out of it. That's always what we were when we were young. Improv or stand up. It was always like, well, if we don't lose money, then we can tour backwater BC and Alberta.
Yeah, and I mean,
But you
my
can't do
takeaway.
that when you're old.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's getting harder, but it's like we went up to Squamish, did our show, you know, didn't really make money. We probably broke even. Like as a producer, I didn't make money. But we created a vibe, awesome energy. Um, that always makes me feel good. I'm always like
Yeah.
happy to create a good time.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back. I think it's a great mark. I think it'll be come a good steady market for us to revisit. And it was the same feeling I had when I went and watched the Black Seeds. Was they brought good energy, and good energy is worth 2 t-shirts and a hat and a drive up to
Yeah.
Squamish. It's
Yeah.
it's worth it because that energy feels so great, and that's where, you know, I mean, we all use them, and that's great. It's a way to learn about it, but nothing beats spend the $25 to go see a comedy show or spend the
Yeah.
$50 to go see a music show, whatever it is. It's way better.
And you got the excited anticipation prior to going up there. And
Yes.
then you have the afterglow. So the experience is really like 3 days for
Yeah.
$50.
Yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to try and challenge myself to do this. I'm going to start buying things that are the same price as one of our tickets. Like, I don't know, an A&W combo with an extra patty is like $23 or something with the combo. Some
Right.
shitty fries, some pop, and a burger that's gonna sure, the experience will stay with me probably for 6 hours because I have to head to the toilet at some point. But like, come see $25 to the comedy department, $25 for a, double patty burger from A&W. This is like that versus this
Yeah.
energy for like laughing for 2 hours is what you get.
Yeah. That's what you get.
That's what you get.
Where can they see you, Milky?
God, I love how you are always getting every Saturday, 7:30, 9:30, downtown Vancouver, 1755 Davie Street. It's a sexy speakeasy. You come in the back, candle lit,
Oh, you'll
tablecloths.
you'll come in the back, all right. It's
Yes. And we have Thursdays now.
and you do a show on Thursdays.
We're doing Thursdays now.
1755 Davie Street. What's the name of the hotel it's in?
It's in the Best Western Sands.
It's such a nice spot.
Oh, it's amazing. Go down to the
It's a
beach, hang out,
great
come see a
room.
show.
And it's such a great room. Yeah. I mean, you go down to English Bay, you're right in the neighborhood, and you go and laugh with you guys. I mean, it's so much fun. And there's magic. If Googly's there, there's magic, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And they have a good stage for live music. It's now they just like it's that weird thing of, if you have a four-piece band or something, that's a lot of money. It's hard to get. You have to have someone that really is willing to pay them and
Yeah.
someone that's really willing to show up for average pay. But they
Yeah.
got the music venue that they have is nice and it sounds great. It's an incredible spot.
Sorry, it's the same room as yours?
No, there's 2 rooms. So we
Oh,
have a
I
little
didn't.
we have a room in the back, which is like a little speakeasy, and we built a stage. And then the main room is a sports bar, but they have a great stage for live music.
Oh, I see. Do they turn the TVs off?
When there's live music, I don't think so. But when me and Ken did it, I got them to put our faces all over the TV screens.
Oh, that's smart. Okay, that was good banter, guys. Let's talk F1. The Austrian Grand Prix starts on Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
6 a.m.
Ye-
for me.
Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Austria usually provides great racing.
Even though there's not much to the race course?
Yeah, it's a simple course, but it's got a few awesome high-speed corners that require some skill, and then it's got straights into hard braking points, which means Antonelli might do really well. I could see Lewis doing well again. But it usually provides amazing racing. So I think we're gonna see passes and we're gonna see some intense dueling, and I bet you there'll be some sort of contact.
There's a heat wave going on in Europe right now. How do you think
Mhm.
that's going to affect who the worst?
Well, you got to figure the older drivers are going to be in trouble.
I was thinking power units and such and
Yeah,
reliability, but yeah, you're right. The older drivers.
right. Like, I feel
Although
like the older
Fernando's
drivers.
Spanish, so
Yeah, but still, like, I mean, he's 44.
is he real? Oh,
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
he's
Lewis is
44.
41.
Yeah,
Fernando's 44.
like,
God. What were
like
you
it's got to
doing at
be.
44?
Oh, it's my wife.
My wife, your wife.
Hi, Christina. You're on a podcast.
You should put her on speaker or else this is terrible.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. Love you. Hi, JB. Love you. Okay, bye.
Love you, Christina.
Sometimes, your partners just need help making decisions, and that was a quick help decision.
Oh, that's nice. How come she didn't want you to put her on
I could,
speaker?
I could tell in her tone that it was just like,
Wow. You
yeah,
could tell in her tone. That's that's an intimate relationship right there.
yeah. It's like, this isn't the time to.
So what was the issue?
One of her classes got canceled, so she wasn't sure if she should come back or stay downtown. And I'm always like, look, once you're out, just stay downtown. You can
Don't.
focus a little bit better.
Yeah,
Like when you
totally.
like,
Unless you
so
got to
I
go
work.
number 2.
Why? Depending, you just do it. You do it out in nature, don't you?
But where? In Vancouver?
Yeah, you go. Well, no. I mean, in a nature bathroom. I mean, like you would just go to the Earls.
Oh, you go to the Earls. Okay. Well, but do you have to see a hostess first? Host
Yeah, but
person?
you just charm your way in.
Look, I'm crowning. Do you mind if I use your WC? Something like
Yeah,
that?
that's you do it like that. I mean, maybe
Look,
with more of a smile.
look, I'm touching cloth, 22-year-old. Do you mind if I go and use your loo? She
Yeah.
probably wouldn't understand any of that. I don't know why I keep
No,
making it a her. It's Earls. It's always a her.
it's true.
I don't know.
I,
I don't even know that for sure. Anyways, Austria.
so I think what we're gonna have is I think we're gonna have some collisions. I think we're gonna have some passes, like I said earlier. But I also think we might have some reliability because if the heat dome is that intense, it's not just hard on the drivers, Senior Alonso and alike. It's going to be hard on those engines. There's going to be failures.
Yeah. Speaking of the failures, I was listening to somebody and they sort of started getting conspiratorial about reliability. Like,
What?
why are these power units just suddenly failing? Let me just refer to my notes. Though this is about the ADUO.
Yeah. Clear
No, I,
brain.
I totally missed my point. I wanted to talk about the heat wave. The ADUO is another point I wrote. I'm sure glad I write out an outline that completely confuses me.
Your
The
own
heat
outline.
the heat wave and the reliability. Okay, first of all, just in February, um, the Guardian reported that Earth may already be on a path to turning into a global hellhole with no return, and I quote. So it's not getting any better from here on out. But with this heat and with those cars running at such high temperatures, something I read, Ferrari runs hotter than all of them. Is that what's happening with reliability? Do you think?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Is it
what you
is it,
just
heat has to be an enemy of these cars? Like they're always trying to get the heat away from it.
yeah, I think that makes sense. If you look at how vegetation survives in an arid desert with high, you know, in unstoppable sunlight crushing it down and creating a 45-degree Celsius environment and nothing really lives there, why would it be good for an engine?
Yeah. The engine is metal parts, friction, lube, and air.
Yeah.
Right?
It's yeah.
And so this actually now we can talk about the ADUO. I was reading about Ferrari's upgrade, and come after, I think, September, their turbocharger is going to be, they're going to bring a new turbocharger. I don't know how this stuff gets leaked. Maybe it's not even true. But for Austria, they're coming with something about their cylinder, and they're pumping in hotter fuel. They're heating up the fuel even hotter. So now it's like 106 degrees Celsius in there. So Ferrari is so confident that even during a heat wave, they're going to make their car, parts of their engine, run hotter.
So, but they've developed their engine to run at high heats, maybe, and that they're confident it'll be fine. Like I would assume, like,
and this is going to give them another 2 to 4 horsepower.
What? So the extra heat will make them go faster.
I mean, I read it a couple times and I couldn't make sense of it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. Don't you think that's playing with fire?
But no pun intended, JB.
No pun. Maybe it was.
Yeah. That, I don't understand that at all, because in history of F1 would say when it gets hot, there's more problems. Brakes overheat.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Like your exhaust gets so hot it whatever cracks and blows apart. Now your diffuser doesn't work or whatever. Like it just, there's so many things. And yet they're saying that their engine will perform better at higher ambient temperatures. In other words, around the Well, this is exciting, because imagine if Lewis wins 2 races in a row, or Charles wins.
Or does that affect your predictions? Is Ferrari gonna blow an O-ring? Is Lewis going to blow an engine or something this weekend? I guess we'll find out more in FP1. No, he won't, because Leclerc is giving up his car.
Yeah, a bunch of drivers are giving up their, which they should. They should.
They should. The only way. I mean, there's no testing anymore.
No, there's no way to get
practice.
Yeah. It's too bad they couldn't make the like, if everyone had a reserve driver, which they all do, but like it would be kind of cool if they all had to have a like a mini race, all the reserve drivers.
They could totally give a sprint over to all the reserve drivers.
Right?
Like, who gives a shit? Do a sprint, and it's a great way to track progress too. Do a sprint in China, and then a sprint in where's
6
another
months
sprint?
later or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, you could just be like, you do one at the beginning of the year, one at the end of the year. They've done their other racing in other categories. Have they got better?
Yeah. And the points still apply to the constructors.
Mm-hmm. Then it really becomes a team. Exactly. Right? Because now it's not just Fernando and Lance. It's Fernando, Lance, and then for the constructors, now your reserve drivers have to be really good, because there are some reserve drivers that have been around a long time and maybe aren't even very good at racing. Yeah,
they're good at simming.
But maybe that's, I guess, simming. Simming sounds like a very strange.
Sounds like rimming.
Yeah, it sounds like a behind the door bedroom maneuver.
Behind the door, getting back to the comedy department and where you'll come. Speaking of Toto Wolff and Arnold Schwarzenegger, I was trying to figure out why they sound the same.
Oh, right.
They're both from Austria, but they're from different regions. Toto Wolff was born in Vienna. Arnold was born in Graz, which is the city in Styria, the capital of Styria. So that's where everybody's coming to for this weekend.
Right. But you'd think their voices would sound different, is what you're saying, because they're from different regions.
So I was reading up on the accent, and of course it's a lot of influence from like Slavic countries and German regions that are nearby, but I couldn't figure out why that is exactly. Even on a website called arnieslife.com, it was inconclusive.
There's a website called arnieslife.com.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
He's
Someone took the although I guess if it's AI just does it for you now.
it doesn't look AI. It looks like
Okay.
somebody actually made it. There's even a museum.
There's an Arnie museum. I
Yeah.
guess. I mean, he was a pretty impactful person.
He sure was.
I
Yeah.
mean, he was a bodybuilder, one of the best. Then he became like a movie star, and then he was the governor of California.
I always forget about the governorship. Remember back then when we were appalled
Yeah.
and appalled at celebrity leadership, and now look where we are. Who's next? You know,
George
maybe
Clooney.
not the
Alec
next
Baldwin.
administration. Alec Baldwin. We could nickname him Killer.
Yeah.
But I think we'll have to take a couple, like a generational break, you know, and then it'll end up being like, I don't know, who would
Do sports athletes turn into politicians?
well, you could say that Arnold was.
Yeah, but like I was just thinking, like, has there ever been an F1 driver that you raced and turned into a politician? Has there ever been like a baseball player? You know what I mean? It's interesting.
Yeah.
It's like,
Maybe it'll be an AI agent.
could you imagine that? We just have an AI for well, this is the thing about AI that I think I told you before that is interesting. AI will not see value in what, let's say billionaires or trillionaires. AI will not see value in destroying the planet because it won't be logical. Destroying the planet where we eat is not logical, so we don't want to do that. So AI will make decisions that are sensible. The reason we make the decisions we make now because they're based from emotion, ego, and maybe power. Like why else would you want more than $1 billion other than to exert more power? And
yeah, right. I also I agree with you, having just thought about this, not because I know anything, but why did I agree with you? Oh, because we're always applying our own human yardsticks to everything else. You know, the way we
yes, yeah,
personify pets
yeah.
and the same with AI. It's not a similar yardstick unless we program it to be that way.
Well,
Maybe they
there's
can get jealous like Hal in 2001 Space Odyssey.
yeah. I mean, I think ethics, like, because it's like anything. If you're training something, you train a dog to behave correctly, it'll behave correctly. So it's the same with AI in a way. If we're talking about ethics and that becomes a true value, like it's that ethics is what allows for true, sensible, logical growth, then it'll happen.
That's really where it'll all fall down, is because we don't all have the same values.
Yeah, I mean, but we
How's
do
it?
though, don't we? Like if you went and said, look, hey, what's important to you, whether you're in Afghanistan or whether you're, in, whatever, Alabama. Hey, do you think, having a roof over your head is, a good thing for people? I think people go, yeah, roof over the head's a good thing. Now, maybe when in certain religious beliefs, it's going to get weird, but like the basics of like, okay, everyone should be able to afford food, right? Yeah, everyone should be able to afford food. Okay, good. Everyone should be able to have a roof over their head, right? A safe, secure place. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, let's roof. Yeah, I can agree. Okay, everyone. Right.
There's a difference between what you say and what you do. Like if you asked Galen Weston if everyone should be able to afford his groceries, he'll say yes, but then they'll use that surveillance pricing wherever they can.
God, that's got to be illegal.
Seriously, Manitoba's already banned it. Way to go,
how do
Manitoba.
you track it? How do you track that? How do you survey the surveillance?
I guess they're not allowed to put that stuff into their stores to begin with. So you have to have those dead price tags. You can't have it hooked up to the Wi-Fi to monitor whose smartphones are coming in and what their shopping habits are. I don't know. I don't know. I've been leaving my phone at home more and more, just to, and I turn the location services off, just so they're not just constantly pinging me. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's insane, right? And
Yeah.
back to F1 and data collection. So Williams' last race for Alex Albon was a test session.
Yeah.
They had
and they called it that because after practice or something, after qualifying.
Yeah, there was something wrong with the car or whatever, so they knew that they weren't going to be able to compete or something. I have to look it up, but I thought that's pretty bad sign when now a whole race for you is a test session. I really thought Williams was going to turn it around faster than this.
Well, I said the summer break. I'm trying to remember. And I also said Aston Martin will do well in Spa.
Well, Aston Martin has decided to not do little upgrades or doing big upgrades. So maybe Williams is doing the same thing. The problem is I like Alex and I like Carlos.
They're easy to like.
I want them to do well.
Carlos is so handsome and looks like he'd be a generous lover. Alex is so charming and fun. I think they got to get rid of James.
You think I don't know, man.
Yeah, get rid of James Vowles.
You just don't like how he talks.
That's true. Bring Christian Horner to Williams.
Oh my God. No, he's going to bring BYT or whatever. BYD, the Chinese. That's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
How did that? Christian Horner is too big of a personality, knows too much. Was it an incredibly successful team principal? How is he not in Formula One? Like it's happening. He will be in Formula One. There's no doubt about it.
I bet Red Bull. I bet there's people at Red Bull that are like, "Can we get him back?"
They have to. You know?
No. Like Red Bull wants Christian to be the team principal at Red Bull.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think that they were. This is where when a driver like Max, when they get so good, big, powerful, influential like that, you can see, I think, how it can really fracture a team. Because look what's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, Max
is not absolved of guilt here. Max is not absolved.
No, but it wasn't his bigness that fractured the team at Red Bull. It was Christian Horner's behavior. Don't you think?
Yes, but I also think that like there was an inherent with Helmut Marko, with Max and Max's father and Christian Horner, there was a constant like tension between all of them. And yeah. I think that the Verstappens, right, probably conduct business the same way Max races on a track.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well
I'm going to barrel down. I'm going to potentially hit you. Get out of my way.
Do whatever it takes to win.
And I think they probably do. And whereas I bet you Christian Horner's like, hang on a sec. Like we gave you the car. Like it's not like Max got into a crap car at 17 or however old he was or 18. He got into a good. He was given a chance he went from Toro Rosso to a Red Bull. Now, obviously, he was an amazing driver because he won, but the car was good.
Mm-hmm.
The car was good. So it's like I feel like Christian Horner been like, hey, you guys, we have a really good car for you to come into, and you're doing very, very well. Like that's like it's not just you. So I bet you Christian was like a little bit of like,
fuck you, Joss. Speaking of Max, contract negotiations continue in Austria over the weekend. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen there?
Well, Max isn't going to sign anything because he doesn't have to, because any team will take him.
Well, here's the wrinkle that I found so interesting: is Red Bull wants
this one.
Here, yeah. Your 11s. I don't have an 11. I have like a
Yeah.
a subtraction sign right here, canceling everything out. Red Bull wants to buy out Max's exit clauses
Mhm.
because, and they make a great argument. So we can't get good talent in here if you're going to leave. So just promise you'll stay. And then, so what's it going to take? It's
What a
not going to
great
take more
point.
money, is it?
What a great point.
Mhm.
Like that was
It
that your
behooves you,
observation
Max.
or was that someone else's observation?
No, I read it. It
Oh, okay.
behooves Max to sign to take the deal because he wants to win and he can't win without a good crew behind him. And
Yeah.
yet on the other hand, there's no guarantees, and Toto's over here stroking his shaft for Max. And as long as George is cratering, there's a seat for Max at Mercedes all of a sudden.
Yeah. But well, first of all, this contracting is it's a really good way to look at it, isn't it? Because you're like, well, I'm the best driver, arguably, and I mean, I think irrefutably, I think he is probably the best driver. So you're like, I'm of value to an engineer, right? Like what? Like if I'm an engineer and I'm thinking about, oh, I'm going to go to Red Bull. Well, I'll go to Red Bull. Max is there. Like this is like I can be a part of a winning organization.
And according to the FIA's testing, Red Bull has the
The,
best
the
power
best
unit,
engine,
the
yeah,
best engine right now.
which is amazing for Ford. I mean, that's incredible. Well, it's Ford and Red Bull, I guess they combined. That's just unbelievable. So yeah, it is. He should waive that clause because why would anyone go there?
And he doesn't have to. I mean, it's not just like
Yeah.
waiving it. He's getting something. Like if I were Max, I'd be like, I want ownership. Give me a point. Give me a point of
Right.
Red Bull, the world's greatest. Or
Yeah.
I don't know if it's bigger than Coke, but it's big. It's Red Bull.
Wow.
They have more money
Yeah.
than God.
Yeah.
Give me a
like,
point of something, and and I'll hang out here.
I mean, well, it's kind of blown my mind. Because it makes total sense. Why is anyone going to go to that team if Max is just going to leave whenever? Like it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense. And then, so what is his game? What's his game plan? He goes, well, maybe I end up at. Is he trying to get as much money as possible? It doesn't seem like that because Max wants to win, right? So maybe it is just about, well, I'll wait and see. But waiting and seeing at Red Bull, if you're not committed to the team, seems like you're screwing yourself over.
Where else could he go that's better? That's what he's asking himself.
Mercedes is the only, at the moment, would be the only one. And then if I'm Toto Wolff, I would always entertain and dangle that carrot, and I would never sign Max.
Oh, you just use it to keep George on the hot seat.
Well, and also to destabilize Red Bull.
Right.
Yeah. I think I would do it more for that.
And why would you never sign him?
Because I don't think it makes sense for them to sign him. They've got George Russell and they've got Kimi Antonelli. And George Russell has raced amazing the last the last 3 years. He outpaced Lewis Hamilton. That's not a feat to overlook. And if let's take somebody like Oscar Piastri, let's take somebody like Lando Norris with McLaren. Two drivers in the same team last year, both had moments where they weren't perform. It's not like they suddenly weren't good drivers. It's not like I don't know how to use the gas pedal or brake pedal. The car, they weren't in tune with the car. They weren't able to whatever. Lando needed more front end feel, right? And then when there was a change later in the year on certain tracks, Oscar lost his feel. And I think maybe that's what George is in right now. And I also think maybe George, kind of like Lando, but even maybe worse for George, is that George was clearly expected to outperform Kimi. I don't know if people have the same expectation of Lando over Oscar because everyone was like, Oscar's good. So I think George has to get he needs to shut the noise, just focus and go focus his car on what he needs out of the car, and he will start performing again, and he will beat Antonelli.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's sewn up for Antonelli.
No, if Charles and Ferrari start getting in there, and then George finishes first and Kimi finishes fourth, I think you're going to start to see the championship close. And Kimi's going to make some mistakes. He's
Charles or
19.
Lewis?
Both of them.
Both of them. Getting back to Mercedes and Max, you could argue that F1 teams do better when they have a number one driver and a number two,
Yes.
like a Lewis and a Bottas.
Yeah.
It's really hard to negotiate like those papaya rules and how annoying and hard that was.
They did it, though.
They did do it. I just wonder if that was an outlier win, or because a Max and a Colapinto. I don't know if Franco is going to be happy to be a number two. He's too competitive. He's not a Bottas. And George isn't. George isn't going to play by team rules with a kid. He'd do it for a while, but he wouldn't. He'd be quickly looking for another drive.
Probably, but I think if it got to a point where it made sense, like it made sense to George, like, okay, look, what are the chances here? I think George
and if
would.
the constructors is on the line,
So yeah, exactly. I think I think it's possible, and I also think that Kimi and George they're not like Max in the sense of, or even like Vettel was when Vettel and Mark Webber were teammates. I mean, that was an intense time. Because Vettel was at a certain point, Vettel was ruthless, which is he's such a likable guy, but he was ruthless in Red Bull when he won his 4 championships in a row. He took Mark Webber out. He disobeyed team orders multiple times. So I don't think Kimi Antonelli and George Russell are that. I don't think that they're those guys. I think those guys are like, no. I've been brought up by Mercedes, and I will abide. And when it makes sense, and I'm not purposely going to collide with my teammates. I don't think that it's not in their makeup. I don't think.
I don't know. I think it might not be in George's, but I don't think you can count on Kimi yet.
You think maybe I don't know.
He's coming after George. He will ditch him in a heartbeat, I think.
I mean, he did. He was relentless in Spain, right? Like at the second half of every stint, he came, and then he eventually passed George.
I think you're right. I think there's going to be some crashes along the way, but also, what kind of messaging is he balancing between Bono, Toto, his dad? His dad's pretty involved too. And like, what is he hearing? And because when he's on the racetrack, he is like all Kimi all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
I think that'll play a factor.
I think you're right. I mean, I think I don't
also,
know.
I think what will play a factor is if he keeps winning, because if he keeps winning, he'll maintain focus. If he starts losing, that's when desperation creeps in and you start making mistakes.
Yeah, he might become more erratic if the pressure shifts. I mean, people forget that he had 2 victories that fell on his lap. 2 of them.
Well, I don't know if falling in his lap is exactly descriptive of. He still had to beat 10 other cars.
Well, yes, but like when you're in the car that arguably is the best car, and then you're really only racing your teammate in the first 4 or 5 races of the season, and he gets a safety car and pits, and it doesn't affect him when he comes out in the lead. I mean, like that is. I mean, like you're being gifted, and that's where I think safety.
He had luck.
Could change the rules. Good luck. Yeah, they should change the rules. Like when there's a safety car. Well, when there's a safety car, like,
you want a different start after.
Yeah, if there's like either come up with a way so that it's not as artificial. Like, it's not like this random thing that happens.
You don't like that they
Because
all bunch up.
they can bunch up. That's fine. They can do that. It's just, it's more like that when you get a free pit stop, it feels like.
45 minutes in, and I decide to plug my headphones in. Hey, maybe this is a good time to take a break and talk about our health, our mental health, and our competence, and being middle-aged. Do I have everything else plugged in? I think everything else is working.
So, like, you've been listening to me, and it's like quieter, and you're like, I wonder if I need hearing aids.
Yes, I was listening to you on my laptop, but clearly it didn't matter.
Oh my
For
God,
the
JB.
monitoring. Let's take a break from everyone and talk about being middle-aged. Milky, how's your health how's your back these days?
I go to the osteopath tomorrow. It's been helpful.
Yeah.
But the back is pretty bad, and I just got to get it a little, my hips and everything in line, and then I'm going to go back to exercising because I've not been exercising, and I think it's worse.
What are you doing at like a concert last night when you have to stand around for hours? Does that kill your back?
No, it didn't.
Oh, good.
So I don't know what that was about. Like, maybe it's because the vibes were good.
You've always been a proponent of reggae-like music as being a health factor.
Mm-hmm. Reggae music and like positive rock and roll, like Oasis.
Yeah.
Positive
It's weird
rock.
that
90426.
That they're positive, considering it comes out of so much turmoil.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I remember Noel Gallagher and both Liam said quotes sort of like, you know, it's easier to sing about how shitty things are. You know what I mean? Like, because things are shitty, but like, how do we make songs where it's like, hey, it's going to be all right. Like, you know, I'm going to be a rock and roll star.
I got a health assessment this week that was quite alarming.
Oh, no.
I went to the doctor, Dr. Tom, and I got myself weighed for the first time in like a year, maybe 2. I'm up to 235 pounds. Can you believe that?
Hang on. But listen, hey, you're 6'5".
I'm 6'5", so.
So like that doesn't seem too unreasonable to me, or am I wrong?
Well, he said you're overweight.
Did he say it like that?
He said that, yeah. You're overweight. And I was like, take a look in the mirror, Dr. Tom. How dare you? But he's right. I've been feeling it. And I'm feeling like, you know, I had the foot stuff last year, and my left knee hurts and my right elbow. And so he's like, everything will feel better if you lose between 25 and 50 pounds. That's what he said.
50 pounds.
According to my BMI, my body mass index.
50 pounds.
And I'm not going to try and lose 50 pounds. I'd look ill if I did that. But he said, according to the BMI yardstick, for my height, the healthy weight is between 185 and 210 pounds. And I was 185 when I was 18. And I was 6'5".
Okay, that's ridiculous. You can't be 185 pounds at this age when you were 18. That's impossible. So shoot for 202.
I'm going to shoot for 210. That's 25 pounds. That's huge. I think 210 is. I can't.
Where would you lose it? Where do you think you'd lose it? Like, would it like this
in my middle?
Would it be middle first? Is that what happens?
Well, God, I hope so, because that's where I can see it most.
I know, but I see some of my development of like. It's
oh my God!
Here.
No bags. What is this thing?
What?
Well, you were pointing right at it. Like when I'm standing in front of the mirror, I'm like, why am I developing fat wings?
Oh yeah.
Right. What is this? What's the
point? I have to get
of
it
that?
on the front. I get it on the front.
Do you?
The back, not so much. The front is. I think it's like my pecs. It's like it's here. It's where I get it.
I wish I got it in my cock, but that's never the way it goes.
No, it never does. But also, that might not be good either.
No, I guess not.
No.
I was at Cheeky Pilates yesterday. Dude, you got to try this.
And I gotta do it with my
It's
wife.
it's totally all your glutes the whole time. It's the most appalling hour. It is outrageously difficult, but you realize what you're capable of, and compared to the way I used to work out on my own, you know what I mean? Like I was just wasting time for years.
I still can't go to. I'll just have to get Christina to show me exercises at home because she practices her routine here. So I'll just start doing it with her when she
You
practices.
got to copy her, because otherwise, like for me, the accountability goes right out the door if someone's not
Right.
barking at me. And Maria is like, she looks like a power lifter.
What are
And
you going to
she's
do?
doing
Toby?
it all while talking and smiling the whole time.
I know.
I don't know how they do it. I'm going to take
What are
her
you going to
class
do?
when I.
I know,
Oh,
but
no,
what
I'm
are you
not.
going to do to lose the weight?
Well, I've stopped eating. Here's what I do. Like I'm hungry right now.
Okay.
So in the morning, I have eggs and vegetables. I had 2 scrambled eggs. I had a head of broccoli, and I had like a half a cup of brown beans.
Right.
And I had a coffee and a tea and a glass of water. Then I had another tea. Now I drink one of these. It's hell, milk bags. And then for after this, I'm going to have like a cup of yogurt with nuts and seeds on it and honey. Then I'm going to be starving until dinner. And then I'm going to eat. Like last night, I had 1 helping of dinner, and normally I have 2. And it was so good. It's bad when you're a good cook. Like Henry went back for seconds, and I was like, I want seconds too, but he's a teenager, so I don't deserve it. So then I have another tea. I have a chamomile, and then I go to bed like an alcoholic who goes to bed at 7:30 at night so they don't think about party time. I go to bed at like 8:30, so I'm not in the kitchen grazing on honeycomb or Life. God, I love cereal.
Cereal's dangerous. Cereal is very
So
dangerous.
dangerous.
It's not as good as people think it is.
So I'm that's what I'm telling myself. So I'm staying away from carbs, and I'm trying to eat smaller, and I'm starving.
Okay, well, let me just.
But hopefully my stomach will shrink. That's my goal.
I am not a dietitian.
What?
I know. I like stating these things.
Okay.
You need to know a technique that I think might be valuable for you.
Is it cans of sardines? I've got a pen.
I've got a whole bunch, and by the way, I had a sardine bagel sandwich the other day, and I was like, I'm looking forward to the sardine cleanse.
Okay, wait a second. It's not a cleanse if you're eating like 30 grams of carbs, is it?
Well, no, but what I'm saying is I enjoy the sardines. Yeah.
Baby steps.
Yeah. So, but I realized how much I like sardines.
I love sardines. Yeah.
But here's something. Okay, so this is what I try and do is I try never to eat after 8 p.m. at night. Never. Like just never touch a thing after 8. And then I try not to eat until at least 10 in the morning. The only thing I'll do in the morning is I will do these 3 things. 1, apple cider vinegar shot with a bit of water.
Yeah, I know. I can't do it. We already talked about that. I can't do it with my acid reflux.
You'll be fine. Water it down. Water it down.
It'll kill me. But what does it do?
Well, it creates the right gut bacteria to help digest whatever you're going to eat that day.
But I'm already eating yogurt, and my body is already producing too much acid. So now I'm adding more. Is that good?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like you should try it because maybe if you tried it for a while, maybe your acid reflux, maybe you got the wrong acid. You got bad acid.
Apple cider vinegar. Does it have to be apple cider?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's the one.
You really are not a dietitian. You're terrible.
Right. And then the other thing I would do is you like coffee, right?
Yeah. Don't wreck the coffee. Don't tell me to put butter in it.
No, you put coconut, put coconut in it, and put a
Coconut
bit of honey.
what?
Just the coconut oil. Put coconut oil, a
Coconut
spoonful of
oil.
that in
Yeah.
it, and a little bit of honey, and that will get
No.
you. That will, yeah, it'll sustain you for a while. You won't feel as hungry. I
Oh,
promise you.
okay. Okay. I'm not going to ruin the good coffee I make because I know you buy grocery store coffee, I think.
That's
Don't
not
you?
true. I have some
Oh,
good stuff.
okay.
I
Sorry.
just mix it up. I'm not like I'm only ever buying Parallel 49 coffee or whatever the heck it is.
Right.
I'll
Right.
buy
Right.
I'll go and I'll try a bag of cheap Costco coffee every now and then and be like, huh,
Huh. That's really bad.
yeah.
Um,
Now I got to drink it for 2 months.
because I bought a flat coconut oil. I'm gonna try that. I'm not gonna put it in my coffee, but I will. You're right. Fat. If I took like a teaspoon of fat, olive oil, coconut oil,
Okay, so you
then
don't want to wreck your coffee. That's fine. So you just
that
take a
would
spoonful, eat
sustain
it.
me.
Do
Yeah.
honey and then drink. And
And why do I need
just
the
try it.
honey?
But you got to try it for like a week or two, so your body gets
Why the
used to it.
honey? Yeah.
Because honey's just good for you, period. But it's what I'm saying is like the coconut oil and the honey gives you that and the apple cider vinegar all gives you this feeling of like you've given yourself some sustenance,
Okay.
and then maybe you'll make it to lunch.
Well, I'll make it to lunch. Like I haven't eaten anything since breakfast, and I had that at 8.
Yeah. Well, here's the other thing. My algorithm gave me.
That's
This
not a
guy
good
was saying
source.
no, but this guy was saying this. He is some sort of nutritionist. He says that when you sleep at about 5 in the morning or whatever, at a certain time, your body knows that you're getting ready to get up. So your
Yeah.
body starts digesting what's already on your body. This is why you don't want to eat too late at night. And this is why there's a lot of people in general that actually aren't hungry first thing when they get up because their body is getting energy from itself. So it sounds like you have an extra 30, 40 pounds of energy your body could get at night.
What are you saying?
I'm saying trust your body.
My
See if you-
body wants honeycomb.
Yeah, that's a lot of sugar. You don't really eat honeycomb cereal in the morning, do you?
I don't, but no, it's at night. Cereal calls to me.
You can't. No, you got to stop that. You can't have
I just told
cereal
you
before
I
you
don't.
go to
I just told you I was drinking chamomile.
That's
But
what
it speaks
that's
to
what
me.
80-year-olds do. 80-year-olds have cereal at 8 o'clock at night.
I can't wait to get even older because I'm gonna go back to cereal, cigarettes. What else? What else am I gonna do?
Do you think F1 drivers are eating cereal at 8 p.m. at night?
You and I are not in that world. That's a false equivalent right there.
Does that exist? Is there like I want to know what Lando's eating regime is and exercise regime, and I want to
It
try it for 2 weeks.
Won't help you.
I just want to try it.
You're too far gone. You still haven't tried the sardine diet yet. You're still eating them with
Just got to
bagels.
time it right. I just got to time it right.
Yeah, when's that? When's it
I'm not
happening?
sure. I'm not sure. I just like it's probably going to happen in July after July 2nd.
Okay, because
It's
you're
July 3rd to
you're working July 1st.
I'm going to do July 3rd to July 10th. Mark it.
Mark it. Okay, I will.
I'm
I'll mark
gonna
it and I'll ask you about it.
And I'm going to look sensational.
July. I love your optimism. July 3rd to 10th. Just Milk Bags is going to just eat sardines for 7 days. Is that right?
Yeah, you know what? I'm putting it in my calendar right now.
Well,
I'm
good.
putting it in my calendar. Start the cleanse.
I think that'd be the first step.
There's my July 3rd. There it is. That's easy. That's a Friday. That's a fun time to wreck a weekend. Okay.
Nothing else but sardines.
That's right. Sardine cleanse. I don't know why they call it a cleanse, but it is. I'm going to go right to the 10th. What I got? I got nothing. I do have stand up on the 5th. That'll be weird, but whatever.
Yeah, it'll give you use it. Use it. You can sing a song about sardines. Speaking of alliteration, let's get back to F1. Let's do predictions. Let's wrap up with apologies. And maybe let's talk about the weather in your area.
Well, we just had 3 or 4 days of quite hot, and I'm glad it's over. It's cooled off, and it's
Oh,
reinforced This is not answering what you. This is not following what you told us to do, but it's reinforced why when we move to Italy, we need to live at a higher elevation.
Because it's going to be even hotter there.
It's going to get hot. So like it's got to be 900 meters above sea level.
What about up north? What about, is there
You don't
cooler
get the
parts
tax
of Italy?
breaks. There is, but you don't get the tax
Oh,
breaks.
okay, right,
So
right,
you
right.
just
Okay.
you're just gonna you got to just live at 900 meters, and it'll still get hot.
Yeah.
But you're probably most of the time the temperature is always going to be between 20 and 30.
Why is 900 meters the move?
I just made that number up. I don't know if that's the exact number.
Oh.
It could be 600 meters.
Because also you're not a meteorologist.
Or an evolutionist.
But I love your confidence. So are you still in a drought out there in Vancouver?
Yeah, there was a bit of rain the other day. I think we're going to get a bit of rain now, which we need because it's getting dry out here.
Because my mom said last week, she said she was watering in the back garden. She wasn't allowed to do it, but she was doing it in the back because no one can see her.
And she's 85. She's a crook. She's a criminal.
You watch out for those seniors. Predictions for Austria.
Okay. I'm saying this mostly because I want some excitement. I want a Kimi Antonelli crash with Max. That would be exciting. I want a George Russell win. I'm going to go out and say it. I want him. I need him to come back. I want him to do it. I want to see another Lewis podium and a Charles Leclerc podium. I want George, Lewis, Charles in any order. And I feel like Lando races well there, so I think Lando's probably going to get a fourth or a fifth. I think Piastri will be close in and around there. I think there'll be 5 retirements that are reliability.
Which teams?
I'm going to say an Alpine. I'm going to say a Williams. I'm going to say a Haas. I'm mixed. It's all over. Definitely an Aston Martin. Probably be Lance.
That's 4.
Lance.
Do you want to add in a Cadillac or a?
Yeah, why not a Cadillac? Sure, go for it.
A Caddy.
By the way, what do you think? Do you think Alonso's going to go back to Alpine? Have you heard this rumor?
No. That's a good one.
Yeah, it sounds like his options are retire, sign with Aston, or Flavio Briatore. That's how Alonso got started. Wrap it up with Flavio in Alpine next year.
I'm just remembering. I said Colapinto was Max's teammate at Red Bull.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I didn't mean
I let
that.
it slide. You meant Hadjar.
I sure did. Colapinto is also very aggressive and probably isn't a great number 2.
No.
I'll edit that in later.
No, you won't.
So what do you think? So why would Fernando at 44? Why would Flavio want Fernando?
There's probably some amazing deal that he's got on the side. Like, look, Alonso sponsorship. It's got to be something like that.
Or is it going to be Racegate Part 2?
Could you imagine? They come back.
What do they say in heist movies? One last gig.
One
last job, and then I'm out.
And then they do it at Singapore. They're like, no one will ever think we'll do it at Singapore again.
No one would. That's perfect. I think that's so good.
And then Flavio's like, I told you shouldn't have let me back in.
And I understand why Fernando would go there.
Well, they have a Mercedes engine, and Alpine's been racing pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like, what you want is Alonso to win one more race. He's never going to win a world championship again. That's just too hard to do, but he could win a race.
So why did he say in Barcelona, this is probably the last time that I'm going to race here? And then why did he say, I'm going to make my decision in September? I think whether I leave or go.
I think he probably does retire.
I think the Alpine rumor is bullshit.
I think so too, but I think he does retire. I think he's like,
I think he does too. I think he retires, and I think he stays
only
in the organization in Aston Martin.
yeah, the only way would maybe stick around is if there was some information coming from Aston Martin or Alpine in terms of their development that be like, oh, it is crazy that Adrian Newey, basically the best car designer in F1 history, well, not basically, is the best F1 car designer in history, has made a pile of shit.
It is. No one called that. No one said this
No.
is going to go terrible before it gets better.
Now, it's not just his fault, it's also Honda's fault. And Honda's also known for making a mistake and then turning it around really quick.
That hasn't happened yet.
No, but let's see with this major car upgrade.
When's that happen?
I think it's not till the summer. They're not doing any upgrades until it'll be a new car probably.
Wow, that'll be so cool.
It'll just be a new car. Isn't it crazy that like they can do that?
Can't wait for Lance to crash a brand new Aston Martin.
What are your predictions, JB?
My predictions are 3 L's in this order: Lewis, Lando, and Liam Lawson.
I love it. And that's the podium.
I think he's going to podium. I think Liam's going to, I think something's going to happen. I think he's been racing so well. I think that car, their cars are so good. And I think they're flying under the radar. And I think they'll always need an extenuating circumstance to get VCarb up there on the podium. I think something will happen, and he'll be in the right place at the right time to take advantage of that opportunity.
I think there's 2 other L's predictions you can make.
Oh, go on.
What's your Lindblad prediction?
I hadn't thought of one, but you're right. I forgot about his name.
And what about Lance?
Well, I get my prediction to Lance is that he'll DNF. That's not really a hot take. He'll scowl a couple times. He'll have a really short chat at the end of the race and see you later, Lance. Whatever you do, you enigmatic Belgian Canadian man.
It's so crazy. Like, you really think he's got one of the best jobs in the whole world.
And he's just so bored. Or maybe that's just his resting face. Maybe he's got an RBF, resting bored face.
Yeah.
Resting billionaire's face.
Yeah. There's a lot of those.
Yeah. Apologies? Do you want to apologize to anyone?
No, I think I was really well behaved. I mean, okay, I'll apologize to Flavio Briatore because you know what? People make mistakes and they do bad things, and maybe he's changed. And I shouldn't assume that he's a dirty rat.
I hope you haven't, Flavio. I hope you haven't, because we need more Flavio, not less. The corporatization of everything is making it boring. I want bad behavior.
Okay, I like this.
What else? The weather here is cool. It was really nice yesterday, and it's too cool today. The rains are coming. It's going to rain tomorrow, but it's still nice. Everything's green and beautiful. High Park is looking so good. I'm going to make fish chowder tonight for dinner.
Is it a creamy chowder, or are you going to go more watery?
I'm going to go creamy.
Well, not according to your doctor.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be a thin consomme.
Yeah. And
I'm going to be fine with that.
Hey, have you been enjoying the World Cup? We didn't even talk about it.
I watched the game yesterday, and that was very good. Canada's very good, hey? I mean, Switzerland was better.
Mental lapses. They have a few mental lapses. That's it. Just a couple of breakdowns.
I don't know sports, so but it was really exciting, those games in Vancouver.
Buddy, the city's been electric.
Pardon me.
City's been
Dylan and Lynn at the 6-0 against Qatar. Yeah. How was that? What did they say about that?
They loved it. They thought it was fantastic. You know, I mean, they did actually say though at one point, it's like, it would have been nicer if there was a bit more competition.
Yeah, right.
I saw Australia versus Turkey, which was a very exciting game.
Was that good?
Yeah, it was a good game. Yeah.
And who won?
Australia.
Attaboy, Australia. Way to go.
I did it.
My new neighbor in the back,
Yeah.
Amber,
Nice.
she was telling me yesterday about the Tim Tam Slam.
Oh, what's
You take
that? Isn't
you take 2 Tim Tams.
no.
If you put them together at the right angle,
no.
you can they act like a straw, and then you drink hot chocolate or chocolate milk or just milk like out of the Tim Tam. The Tim Tam Slam. Are you gonna try it?
But yes, I will. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
I
Me too.
shouldn't. But I mean, like, how do you not?
How do you not try that?
Chocolate. I'll go hot chocolate.
Yeah, you like a hot chocolate, but skip the marshmallows.
Yeah,
Those
but
will be
I'll
hard
put
to suck up.
What about whipping cream?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd love to see your mustache after you give one of those a facial.
Well, on that note, JB, it's always a pleasure.
It's a real pleasure, Milky. Have a great Thursday and weekend, and we'll speak to you soon.
Hey, keep me up to date about your travel plans. So hopefully we can connect while you're out here.
Oh, so you're not going?
No, well, I mean, it's all
Do you know?
I still don't know what's happening. I mean,
Are
Christina's
you on
definitely going to go
hold?
down. Well, I know I've got a few days. I just don't know when those days
Oh,
are.
I see. Oh, good
So I
for
might
you.
just fly down, fly back. We'll see. I got points I got to use, like WestJet. You got to use your points because they're just going to devalue the points.
I used
all
them
these
all.
airlines. Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah. I used them all on your advice on WestJet, and they
Yeah.
got me they got me like another pack of crackers. 40,000 WestJet points gets you
Yeah.
more pretzels. That's it. Worst jet. I'm bringing it back.
Worst
So
jet.
you're going to be around in Vancouver, but
Yeah,
you won't be around in Hood River. But
probably
we
not.
may not be either. So
Well, why is that? Oh, right. You were telling me family
there was a
stuff.
diagnosis. Yeah. But anyways, yeah.
Okay.
So that's great. We'll be able to see each other in Vancouver, maybe.
I love it.
Okay.
It'll happen.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.